Alright guys, welcome back to our 6th video on Introduction to PHP and MySQL, and I apologize, my computer is really hot right now, so you guys might hear like a vibrating sound because the fan is going full blast, but you might have to turn your microphone up or your speakers up a little bit louder. But okay, so in this video we're going to create our first PHP file, and we need to turn on our server and our database, because remember that PHP is a scripting language, not a programming language, which means that we need PHP to be on a server for it to run and for our programs that we're going to create to properly execute. So let's go ahead and open up our XAMPP. I'm going to sneeze. Should I pause the video? No, I'm just going to let it hang. Open up XAMPP, and we're going to want to turn on, okay, I guess I already had them on, but turn on your Apache and turn on your MySQL. Don't worry about FTP because we're not paying anybody to host right now, so it doesn't matter if this is on or off. So turn these on, and let's open up a browser to check to see if our Apache server is running on our computer as well as our database. So to check it, just type in localhost. Localhost, not www.localhost.com, not anything but localhost. I'm going to hit enter, and perfect. You might have gotten to a different page where it asks you what language you want it in. Just click English or any other language that you speak. So, okay, here we go. This is how we know that our XAMPP is working. And what we want to do is click on Php Myadmin. Now, okay, perfect. Did it open up in a new tab? Yes, it did. Okay, Php Myadmin is an awesome MySQL application that's going to hold our database information. If we didn't have Php Myadmin, we'd have to access our database through terminal, which is over here, which is a lot harder to do. It takes way more time. It's a lot easier to make mistakes. So we're not going to do that because we have Php Myadmin that's going to make all this stuff a lot easier for us. So let's go ahead and create our first PHP file. So I'm going to minimize these for the time being, and I'm going to go to my applications folder, programs if you're on a PC, and I'm already in my applications folder. I'm going to click XAMPP and XAMPP files. And this is the file that we're looking for, htdocs. We're going to create our folder, our root folder, inside the htdocs folder. So I'm going to get rid of this. Whoa. Disregard that. And let's create a new folder. And we'll just go ahead and call this, give it the password, your user password. We'll just go ahead and call this PHP. Okay, another password. Alright, so now let's go ahead and open up our text editor. Okay, register, whatever. And this is how I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to our folder, XAMPP, XAMPP files to find our htdocs folder, htdocs. And we just created the PHP folder. So I'm going to click on our folder, and I'm going to save it as, we'll just call it index.php. Again, you can call it whatever you want, just as long as it's something you can remember for later. And I'm going to go down here, click to PHP, so I get it to show up in the cool highlighting colors, PHP. Okay, so here we go, PHP tags. This is how we call to our server that we want something done to be done in PHP. Some servers you can get away with just having your opening and closing tags like that with just the question mark, but I've read in certain blogs that some servers can't read it unless it's got the PHP, so just put the PHP in there to avoid confusion. You do not need to write PHP for your closing tag. And let's go ahead and create something. So in PHP, unlike HTML, I can't just write something. I can't just write hello world, because HTML is a tag-based language and PHP is a scripting language. So this will not show up in our browser. What we need to do is type echo. If we want to output anything to our browser, such as text or paragraphs, we need to write echo, and we need to put it in quotations. So we'll call it this is our first PHP file. and we need a semicolon to close it, because in any programming language you need to have a semicolon to close your statement, so your server or your browser or whatever you're trying to build knows that this is the end of something. So I'm going to save it, and let's go open up our browser, and let me okay, so this is kind of tricky. The location can be kind of tricky, so stay with me. I might not even get it the first time through. So we're on localhost, and our folder was called PHP, and what did we create our file? I think it was index.php. Okay, perfect, it worked. That was our correct location. So this is our file. This is our first PHP file. So if I want to add something to it, this is our first PHP file, and I love you. We'll save it, reload it down here, and I love you, but I want to add the HTML tag of break right there. Save it again, Command R, and there it is. Okay, so we're already programming in PHP. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Ask me a question through YouTube or through my website, and good luck with this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.